Israel doesn't have a right to exist, let alone a right to defend itself.
This is deadly, you know, when you start arguing with a tiny-hatted man, you know you're in for some gaslighting. Also, why is the mullet on the side? I never did understand that.
Just say it on camera now that your religion allows for genocide and ethnic cleansing.
Yes.
And you're the only religion that I'm aware of that has that as a tenet of faith. So genocide and ethnic cleansing, why? Because it was ordained by God.
Yeah.
Okay, and what?
He's like, no, I'm completely okay with this. Yes, literally, I have a God that tells me I need to murder millions of people, and this is fine, okay? Because I'm Yisrael Chai, okay? That's insane. I mean, the gaslight. And look at what he's wearing. He's already funny enough, you know? Now he wants to become a clown completely by what he's saying. Just throw the whole human away. Where's the dumpster?
What you claim to be the Torah, how do you demonstrate that it goes back to Moses?
I don't need to.
You don't need to.
I don't need proof.
Your rabbi said
I don't need to. I'm Yisrael Chai. We exist up here in heaven.
Israel is a secular country.
no.
It is not a secular country. It's literally a Jewish supremacist ethno-state. It's a state built on the idea of religious extremism. I don't see how you can say it's a secular country. Jews have, you know, there's a first-rate citizenship, preferential treatment, apartheid, basically, what it amounts to, given to people on the basis of their religion. How is that not religious extremes? How can you say with a straight face that that's a secular country?
No. Do I have the right to Aliyah?
No.
Why?
Why yes?
Why?
Why yes?
Okay, why don't I? Why don't I?
Right to what?
Huh? Aliyah, to return back to Israel.
Well, it is a secular country that has adopted some Jewish practices. For example,
how are you defined in Jew?
It's a secular country that has adopted a few Jewish practices, namely the practice of preferential treatment to Jews.
Define Jew according to rabbinical law.
Rabbinic law?
Hang on. It's a secular country, but for their status quo, for their base laws, they've accepted a few Jewish ideas, really.
The right to be a citizen in Israel is dependent on you being Jewish.
No, it's not the law.
Hang on.
Yeah. This motherfucker is doing great. He's coping. You can tell it. You can see it. Even in the way he tries to deliver he's really trying hard not to say the conclusion that this guy's already come to.
The definition.
The automatic right.
Automatic right. That's fine. Automatic right.
You can become a citizen.
No, fair enough. The definition of a Jew. Okay, you have two claims, a historical claim and a religious claim. The definition of becoming a Jew, all of the historic claims go back to a religious claim. What is a Jew? Where did you get the definition of a Jew? It's from the Torah, from the Tanakh.
Yes.
It's religious.
But it's still a secular country.
So you're using secular when it suits you, but you're based on religious definitions.
It's a completely secular country.
People like Ben Shapiro have mentioned this. We are religious.
Hey, look, we already heard all of that. Nah, we ain't trying to hear all of that no more. We already heard all that. Let me tell you how it is.
Jews using secular arguments for secular people.
No.
So listen.
Israel is a complete secular country. It was founded by secular people.
Based upon religious definitions.
No.
Yes, religious definitions. The right to return is based upon a religious definition. A Jewish state, what is Jewish is only based upon religious definitions. So this discussion, this is why I differ with my people when they.
Dude, this guy is slapping you. Shlomo, what you doing about it, bruh?
When they argue with Jews. This is not a political discussion. This is not a discussion on secularism or this country.
He's manhandling him. It's like if this was an arm wrestle, it's a mind wrestle, right? But if it's an arm wrestle, he's just like,
it's a religious discussion.
No, it's not.
It's a religious discussion.
It's a secular country founded on secular ideas.
Using religious definitions.
This guy, 15 minutes later after this conversation was over, was in his car crying.
And religious premises.
They had to use some kind of definition. And there was a lot of argument, debate at its inception. For example, when the day of rest is going to be, what the symbol should be, what should define a Jew, etc. The various things that were that.
And what did they look to?
And well, they looked for a lot of them. They looked to.
Where did they look to? Where did they look to?
They looked to history, to precedent, to the many Jews who came there, and after lots of back and forth, it was decided that these kind of ideas, who is a Jew, day of rest, and some other things are going to be decided by what the
religious
law,
law.
the religious law. Yes. However, these are just these things that were set at the time as the definition of a Jew at the time in the secular country, but it's still.
I don't get the point he's trying to make, that it was decided democratically among Jews about what Jewish law they were going to adopt. Silly, right?
A secular country, secular ideas, secular government, and Tel Aviv is a completely secularist town. They don't.
He just speed run through that sentence, just saying secular as many times as he could. He just secular, secular this, secular that, secular. It's secular. If I say secular enough in the sentence itself, that means that I'm telling the truth about the secularity.